Come. Who is this? This Cadence. I come for you, okay? Yeah, I think so. It's very hot. Hello? 他们在吃哦，吧 OK 啦，我跟他 explain 哦，我跟他 explain， 他会，他一定会的啦，人家学咯，他讲他明白了，他做 leadership 他讲。Hello. Payway. Yeah. Okay, children, we reach already. Go out with the children. I'll see you later. I need to go servicing lah.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye. So my wife and I had a little disagreement yesterday when we were talking about our daughter. Yes, not really an argument, but just a different point of view. Yeah, you see, my daughter is in the CCA, the violin CCA, string ensemble. Yeah, so she plays the violin, and there's gonna be a performance at the year end for the graduation day. Yeah, she's in primary 4 now. But the thing is, the performance is for also the rewards. I mean the award day, where they will present award to those that has some achievement in their academic results, right? So for the past years, my daughter has been receiving awards. Well done for her, because she's been putting a lot of hard work and effort in her studies, right? So she's getting award every year, except this year, right? No award. So the conflict, the friction is whether or not to let her perform, right? And at the same time, looking at her peers, her classmates getting all the awards, right? My point of view, let's talk about my wife's point of view. What she felt was that why put our daughter in such a awful situation where she will have all kind of feelings she may not understand, right? Because you must understand, she's been getting award for the past few years, going up stage, right? But this year she's not gonna get any, and yet she has to perform for them, right? So my wife said that it's gonna be quite awful for her to experience that. So my point of view is, yeah, definitely, I agree with her that it's going to be an awful experience. It's not going to be nice. She'll have all kind of mixed feeling. But I told her that she has to learn. Yeah, she need to go through this and experience for herself, and then she will need to understand and try to regulate that emotions. It's definitely not a good feeling seeing others achieve, right? Even though you have already put in efforts, right? But a duty is there for her to perform, right? She cannot, because of this kind of friction, not perform her duty. That's my stand, and I argue with her. So while performing a duty, you need to contain that kind of mixed feeling, and then after that we deal with it, right? So what has to be done, needs to be done, has to be done, right? So that's my stand. So basically that's a disagreement, right? So at one end you have a mother who is trying to protect the little hearts, the small little hearts of my daughter, and at the other end we have a father, which is me, trying to make her learn, yeah, about integrity, responsibility, and emotions, right? So I just hope that my daughter understand that yes, some things are not easy, right? Especially when it comes to feelings. I mean, even some adults, they could not regulate or understand things that they are going through. Yeah, but I think from a young age, if they can go through, sort out the feeling themselves, it can build resilience, right? And this, I think, is a good opportunity for her to learn. So I know she's still sad. That's why I treated the kids right to this cesarean and have a good view. And still have to monitor her lah, because kids, they are very good at masking, hiding their emotion. Yeah, so I'll still keep a lookout for her. So meanwhile, they are gonna rest at home while I have to go servicing. Yeah, I actually have a servicing for the car today. So I'll catch you up later. So how I usually do my video is to bring you to different locations. For example, I'll go to different parks, beach, cafe, and sometimes even out-of-bound premises. So for this segment, I actually contacted Pegasus, which is one of the authorized workshop for Grab, and asked them can they allow me to film? I explained to them, see, I got a YouTube channel, and some of my audience are actually drivers, and some drive for Grab. So I thought it would be useful for my audience, if they know what's happening to their car behind the scenes when they send their car for servicing, right? So finally, they say yes. So now we get some exclusive behind the scene workshop footage, right? Meanwhile, I'll go to their lounge where I'll wait for the car to be serviced.
可以拿的吗？这些？
可以。
哦，你吃饱了没有？
我们啊。
So the whole servicing took about 1 hour, which was faster than I expected. And there was a lounge behind the workshop where I relaxed and drank coffee. Then I had some snack. There's even a big TV there you can watch if you're bored. I saw some uncle sleeping there because it's air conditioned, very shook.
Done already, huh?
Yes.
Okay, that's fast.
So your next service will be 16707. So
Okay.
maybe around 14, then you can call it already.
You know what? Since I'm fully rested and the car is nice and clean, maybe I'll drive a little bit more before I end the shift. So I'll catch you out later. So I got lucky just now, got a booking from corporation to Choa Chu Kang, and then back-to-back trip all the way to airport. Right, so these two trips alone, I earned about $40. Can go back and rest already. Yeah, the thing is driving, if you break the momentum, right, servicing or jacopi with your friends, you get lazy, so you don't have the momentum or the motivation to drive more. So I think I'm gonna call it a day lah. Yeah. So circling back to my sharing earlier in the video, what do you think? Yeah, what do you think of my daughter's situation? Right, if you are parents, are you the kind that will shield or protect your child from pain at all costs? Or are you the ones that will allow your children to go through the discomfort, although with a guidance lah? Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying either side is right or wrong. Yeah, both is also a kind or an expressions of love lah. Yeah, and the instinct to protect, that is real, right? That's an instinct from all parents. Yeah, but the pain is also real, right? For a child, I feel, especially when you don't understand anything at all, especially relating to feelings, right? Because feelings are such a complex thing, even for adult, sorting out feelings, understanding them, it's not an easy thing, even like for me, right? So how do you expect a child to understand? Yeah, so the confusion, the pain, the you need to face the uncertainty, the discomfort, all these are real. Yes. But the difficulty and the friction is, how do we allow the kids to grow, right? Without building walls around them. Right, so I think that's the angle lah, trying to build our child's character. At the end of the day, yeah, we have different ways of doing things. Yeah, I got my way, you got your way. Like my wife's way is to build a wall, try to protect her, which I'm not saying is wrong, right? It's important too, as a parent, we need to protect our child, right? But I feel the difficulties are, or it can get tricky when we overprotect. 谢谢你。Thank you，谢谢。可以。So what I observe about children nowadays they are quite different from children that's born in the 60s, 70s, 80s. In my personal observation, I feel that kids now, they are less resilient, and tend to take less risks. I'm not sure, is it because their parents are overprotecting them? I'm not a child psychologist, so this is just my guess lah. So let me know if I'm wrong. Now, if you are an expert on this topic, I welcome you to join the discussion in the comment section. But my observation is that kids nowadays are shielded very much by their parents that's overprotecting them. So I think protection is important, certainly. But my issue is when they are overprotecting. Things like jumping quickly to provide a solution for their kids when they encounter an obstacle. Things like building walls, preventing them from exploring new things. And especially when they face uncertainty or discomfort, you cut them off totally from that situation, not allowing them space to learn from that journey. Right? I feel that this kind of overprotection does more harm than good. Real? Yeah. Because when I think back, right, those that are born in the 60s, 70s, even 80s, I don't know why, but we are allowed to take risks. We just go and play. We do things our way. Then we learn from the failures. We learn from our experiences, good or bad, right? We probably will get scolding or beating from our parents, but I guess that's how we were brought out or learn from mistakes, from failing, for falling down, right? Is that a good thing? I mean, good and bad lah. Of course, from that era, we also have a lot of things we do not understand, like why children tends to daydream in class, but then now we know that's ADHD, right? Things like emotions, things like expressing love. Last time parents don't do that. I don't get hugs and kisses from my mom and dad. That's not their way to express love. Does that mean that they don't love us? No lah, they do love us, but in a different way, right? Like after I got a beating from my mother, caning usually, then she will throw me a zambak. Zambak is a kind of like an ointment we apply so that it will help the healing of the bruises. So that's their way of showing love. So, but through all these trials and tribulation, from failing, from facing head-on difficult situation, we learn. And I feel that's why kids of that era is more resilient. Because maybe the parents then didn't intentionally overprotect because they simply have no time or don't understand or both up. But nowadays with information, with the internet, parents know a lot of things. They overprotect. They build a wall around them. Circling back, right, on the sharing earlier, I just feel that yes, my wife is not wrong, right, but I want to pull her back from overprotecting our daughter, right. By doing that, we are not giving her space to understand the situation, because difficult encounters like this will bound to happen in the future. Next time when you go work, she will bound to encounter uneasy or very difficult situation. Then how? Who's gonna build a wall around them, around her? Nobody. Maybe we are not around anymore. She had to rely on herself to understand that feeling, to process it, and then to express it in a healthy way, right? So I rather she learn from me or my wife rather than learning it in the future from friends or from the society who may got the wrong information, right? So that's why I think it's important for parents, right, to prepare rather than overprotect. Yeah, that's my take lah. Now, of course, everybody has their own way of doing things. I repeat that my way is not the only way. I might be wrong also, right? Just sharing my thoughts on this issue, right? And sharing my experience with my family. So, of course, I love to hear from you what you feel, right, about kids growing up, learning about difficult situation, about resilience, right, about character building, right? Please put it in the comments today. I mean, comment section below. Till then, I'll leave you now because I'm gonna enjoy my meal. I'll see you my next one. Ciao. Let's jai together.